Hello, this is Dr. Robert Bouvier, and we're having a series of how to read labels and what the labels actually mean. And today we're talking with Hannah Bailey, our health coach, who's also one of the corporate chefs for one of the big automakers down in Detroit. Um, you're well versed, young gal, but you're well versed and have a lot of experience in this stuff. And label reading is becoming very, very important. People understand it. So let's talk about not just reading the label and what it says on there and the portion size and the serving size, but about the numbers of products that are actually inside this bottle, right? So why is it important to say, you would use the word 10, but if it's got more than 3 ingredients, then maybe it's too processed and 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 not something you'd want to consume. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
All right, so let's take homemade good food. What do we put in it? Let's take, what's a good example?
Preserves.
Preserves?
Yeah.
Pickling. We'll do our own pickling. You've got vinegar, you've got your pickles, you've got onions, you've got some spices, you've got five or so different ingredients there. You know what's in each of those things. You go out and buy store-bought pickles or store-bought like dressing, and you've got multi-dextrose, you've got all these different additives and all these different things in there to do what? To make them shelf stable, to make them last longer, to create this vial inside of you that sits there forever and eventually creates inflammation, different issues in our bodies. And that's why so many people have these issues: inflammation, joint pain, all these different things, because they're eating these.
So I was looking at one of the hot sauces, and there was basically 3 components in this hot sauce. I looked at another hot sauce that is very common on the market, and there's like 15 different things in there. This color, that color, some. And I'm a scientist, chemist, and I didn't fully get it. I had to go look up the ingredients. There's like 15 different things in there.
It's to create a longer shelf life, to give it a bit more appealing look. And these are things we have to look out for when we're reading the label. If it's got more than 10 ingredients, you should really be thinking about what that is and why are we eating that.
And if you're looking at something and you don't know what's in it, then maybe you shouldn't buy it.
Or maybe you should look it up and see what that is and know what it is exactly you're eating if you're willing to eat that, because you're going to see it again.
So far we've looked at label reading from the standpoint of what's on the label, which is controlled by a good group. It's different from what is on the advertisement of the package than it was on the label. We've looked at serving size. That's a little bit deceptive sometimes. You have to understand what the serving size is. You have to look at the percentages and understand the percentages, and there's a video in each one of these, so you might want to look those videos up if you haven't seen them. And then there's also the numbers of items that are in the actual content of this package. Mm-hmm. So, I looked at things that I knew and understood, and they were all natural, and the shelf life was, just really a few months compared to a few years when there was like 10 or 15 things in the back of them. So looking out for those things are very important, but the numbers of items, if you don't understand something that's not in it, then maybe you shouldn't buy that piece.
That's right.
Great. Hannah, thank you very much for all the great help you do and all the great help you do with my patients. I sure appreciate it. Again, this is Dr. Robert Bouvier with Dr. U, learning a little bit more about label reading. Thank you very much.